Welcome to MMA Mondays, everybody. This is Imran Nalawala, and I got Chris Grayson of Ascend Perform here, my esteemed co-host. How's everybody doing? This is MMA Monday, episode 2, and we're going to give you guys a quick recap of the latest UFC event that happened 2 days ago on Saturday. Chris Grayson, how you doing?
I'm good.
How's everything in South Carolina?
It's good. It's warmer than Chicago, but there's a lot of overcast. No rain, but a lot of overcast.
It's warm over
I'm
here.
looking forward to the sun. I can't wait. I can't wait for the sun in the heat. Not too hot. I'm not looking forward to 90-degree weather, but just 70s, 80s with the sunny. We're close.
Yeah, man. I could feel some of the heat today. I was sweating a little bit, and I was like, "This is nice," but once it gets warmer than this, it's gonna start getting a little uncomfortable.
Well, It's gonna, right? I mean, it's gonna get uncomfortable in
Happens
Dallas,
every year.
right?
Happens every year, man.
Yeah.
So real quick, man, we had an interesting UFC card this weekend. Obviously, we had our first episode the week prior, and there were some good fights. We had the Peter Yan fight. We had a Stylebender fight. And yesterday we had the main event, which was Bilal Muhammad versus Leon Edwards. So we were just talking about that before we went live, and we're discussing kind of the way the fight finished. And I think I was saying maybe it could have been a disqualification, and you said no, it's definitely should not have been a disqualification because that counts as a loss. So that's where we kind of left up. You want to pick it up?
No, I don't think that's fair. From an eye poke, I mean, people are going to poke people in the eye. Unfortunately, it happens a lot. I think that I don't know what the rules are in regards to or policy, whatever you want to call it, on how the judge or the ref is supposed to handle that situation. Generally, I think from what I see, I watch almost every UFC. They seem to give you a warning, and then if it happens again, a lot of times they'll deduct a point. During the round, if you get enough of those happening, you could lose the fight, of course. And that I don't think is unfair. I'm fine with that, but I think disqualifying the other guy so that the other guy wins, I don't think that's fair in an eye poke. I think Leon Edwards was winning that fight pretty well. I decided to get rid of my big Bose things this time and try yours, but so. Yeah, he was winning that fight. I mean, it was early. What happened in round 2, so we don't know what would have happened if it would have continued. I mean, he could have got caught. Bilal's got a lot of power. A lot of things could have happened. So it's unfortunate it happened so early, and so it's really hard to say for sure what would have happened. And then I heard that they asked Edwards if he'd be willing to rematch him, and he's not interested now. I don't know if that's going to change or not, but it sucks for both of them.
Yeah, so I mean, we'll get back to that point in a minute. But do you remember at any point? I vaguely remember Joe Rogan or someone discussing them changing the style of gloves. Do you remember that conversation? What do you remember? Recap it if you remember.
I don't remember specifics, but I remember there's been a lot of people, fighters, complaining about the gloves. Whether or not it was hard to close them or to open them, I don't remember. But this has been a talk for years now. I remember they were talking about this so long ago about a potential new glove to fix this problem, but nothing's happened. So I have no clue why. Maybe no clue. I think they probably should do something if there's something that can be done. The only problem is, of course, depending on how you're going to redesign the glove, it might make it harder to eye poke a guy, but it also might make it harder for somebody to grapple and grab a hold of somebody too. So, so there's trade-offs, and maybe that's why nothing's happened, So, I don't know. I don't know what they're going to do, I mean, these things happen so often,
Yeah, I think that, like you said right now, I think the most disappointing thing, I mean, obviously the glove conversation, these type of conversations are always going to exist, right? About the gloves and cutting weight and all these type of things that probably will never change. But I think the most disappointing thing is that we got no definitive answer out of this fight. And, where does Bilal go from here? Because I think he's top 10, but he's maybe 9 or 10. And then obviously Leon, I believe, is ranked number 3. And if he had a definitive win, they were saying he would probably fight for the belt. But I think for both guys now, where do they go? That's the disappointing thing.
I don't know. I mean, for Leon, it's hard to argue that. I mean, he should be going backwards at all, considering he fought what eight fights, an 8-fight winning streak. Would have been 9, I think, if he would have won. Ranked number 3. I don't know what the issue was with people wanting to fight him, but there was, according to him, there was an issue, and that's why he fought Bilal. Bilal was the only guy willing to take the fight, and that's one reason why he's fighting Bilal. He's ranked 3, and what was Bilal ranked? Was it 9th or 13th?
I'm pulling it up right now.
I think it. Yeah, I don't want to say 13th if it was 9th and be off and discredit him in any way, but
number 13.
Yeah, so I mean, think about that, man. The guy's on an 8-fight winning streak. He's ranked number 3, and he's going to fight the 13th guy. It's a bit unusual, It's a bit unusual right there, but I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen.
Can you see my screen?
I can see it. Yeah.
So we got Leon is number 3, and Bilal is number 13.
Well, I think for Leon, I mean, what makes sense to me is you're going to fight somebody close to your ranking. Maybe Gilbert Burns. The problem with Covington, he doesn't seem to want to fight anybody besides Usman.
Yeah.
So I don't know if that's even a possibility or whatnot. And you hear different things. Edwards thinks everybody's trying to duck him, and that might be true. I mean, the guy's good everywhere. He's ridiculously athletic and super strong and good everywhere. You don't really. I mean, I'm not like some professional analyst or anything like that, but the fights that I have seen him fight in, the guy, I mean, he doesn't really make mistakes, or nothing big. I mean, it's probably nobody wants to take a fight and lose, of course, and mess up their rankings. So with him being as good as he is, there's probably a lot of people that don't want that fight.
Yeah, it's interesting because I believe Covington lost his last fight. Gilbert Burns lost his last fight. Leon Edwards fight like no decision. Jorge Masvidal lost his last fight. Did Stephen Thompson lose his last fight?
No.
I remember it was a good fight. I remember he got real bloodied up.
No, he won his fight. Yeah,
he won. Okay.
Yeah, he won his fight. But I think he had an injury to his leg or something. I don't think it was super bad, but I think it was swollen or whatnot. No, he won. Yeah. He won.
Maybe Edwards
Where's
fights.
he ranked? Oh, he's number
5.
Okay.
Maybe.
Okay.
Maybe. I mean, I could see really a case being made for Leon fighting Covington, Burns, Stephen Thompson, or Masvidal. Man, I mean, I think there's some bad blood between him and Masvidal, so that would make for a interesting fight. But I think with those guys, anyone could fight anybody in the top 5.
Right. I agree. There was another fight that Eric is it Anders? Eric Anders? He fought a guy that was, really good. It was a lot of people weren't really sure who was going to win that fight. It was back and forth with a lot of people. Some people said Anders. Some people said the other guy, and then he need that guy, and that got. He didn't get DQ'd though. It went. I think they did the other thing. What, no contest or whatever.
Yeah, I think is there some provision where if the person can continue the fight that there's no question about a DQ in the first place?
I'm not sure. There probably some type of provisions.
Do you remember John Jones? He needs somebody. Was it who did he need? Was it Dominic Ray? No, it was somebody, man. He needs somebody. I remember the guy said he could. It was Lionheart. Anthony Smith.
Yeah. Okay, yeah.
I believe he need him, and yeah.
So yeah, it's a little confusing how when you have somebody like Peter Yan, he gets DQ'd and the other guy wins, and then you get other people in the past they've done certain things and haven't, and I don't know if that's completely if there's a reason for that, and I'm just not seeing it. I'm just unaware what the reason is, or if it's just kind of like, hey, we're going to do it this way this time, and next time, where it's just not fair or something. It's interesting.
Here, let me pull this up for you. This would be we're not too far off from this. Let me show you this real quick. Give me 1 second. Can you see this?
Yeah. Oh yeah, I know. When is that? Is that the
March 27th?
Yep. Yeah, That's going to be interesting. Wow, that's going to be a really good card, man. Wow, I mean, just the top four right there, the top four fights, I'm going to be super interested in. And I don't even know what's on the undercard. Can you look?
Yeah.
Oh, wait. Isn't God? What's that guy's name? Where is he? I'm going to see him in a second. Hold on. No. Go back to the main card real quick.
Sugar Shane?
Kevin Lee knocked him out with the head kick, but I love the guy. He's a great fighter. I thought he was fighting. You know what? He might be on the next card. And I'm forgetting his name. Yeah, it was a devastating head kick too, man. It was one of the nastiest knockouts I'd ever seen, man. It was bad. But the guy is, I think, could potentially be. I'm not going to say the champ, even though maybe he could be. I think he's going to take a good run for it, with the top five.
I'm not sure who you're talking about.
I know. I'm forgetting his name. I could have swore he was on this card. I think he might be. Is there a fight before this? Another free one?
There's a fight night. Yep.
Yeah, I bet it's on Fight Night. Can you pull up that?
Yeah,
there it is. Gregor Gillespie.
Yes. I remember his fight.
Yeah,
Okay.
Unbelievable wrestler, man. Great fighter. Kevin Lee just caught him. I don't want to say got lucky, but if that wouldn't have happened, I was really curious to see what was going to happen with that fight, because that guy, I've been telling people to keep your eye out on him, and I've even told one particular UFC fighter, I don't want to name names, keep your eye out on this guy, and she didn't know who he was. I'm like, this guy's top five material all the way. Could even be good enough to be a champ one day. I mean, phenomenal. So I want to see what happens with that. So that's awesome, because that's free. But then Brian Ortega versus Volkanovski, that's interesting, because Ortega, I heard, got a whole new bunch of coaches. I think he's got I think he might have kept, the only person he kept was Henry Gracie. I think he's got all new boxing coaches. I think he's really taken the boxing training up a notch, because his jiu-jitsu is unbelievable, man. I mean, he could probably put that on the back burner, you know what I mean, and just cut your volume on that and just really work on your boxing. And he's already, top five material, of course, but other than that Holloway fight, which didn't go so well for him because of the stand-up, because Max's stand-up. But if he brings that up, I could see him beating Alexander Volkanovski.
It's going to be an interesting fight, man. I like Volkan, man. He's an interesting fighter. He's a little shorter than most of the fighters in his division, but he's like a bull, man. He comes hard. He's high volume. I remember when he fought Max Holloway the first time, they were saying that he used to play rugby, and when he played rugby, he weighed like you remember what they say he weighed?
No, I don't remember. I remember hearing something about rugby though.
About 200 pounds or something.
Really?
Yeah, it was crazy. It was ridiculous.
That's pretty big dude then. Wow.
So
Sean O'Malley, I want to see that again, because he's always fun to watch. I don't want to say hopefully he I don't care who wins. I just want to see a good fight. But I don't know if he's fixed any of the issues with the calf kicks or whatnot, but or if Alameda is going to try to use that, since it's been proven to work against him. That'll be interesting. That's a fight I'm really looking forward to. As far as Woodley goes, I think if he loses, he's probably going to retire, I would think. I mean, at this point,
I think is that going to be like his fourth loss in a row, maybe?
I think Nagano's going to knock Stipe out. He's going to catch him. And
Ngannou's been looking. I've been watching his training footage over the last year. He seems like he's improved a lot.
Yeah, I think that's going to be the next champ, probably for quite some time. That guy's scary, man.
Did you see? I think it was 2 weeks ago when who was the main event, man? Who was the main event on the Peter Yan card? It was Israel.
Yes.
So
Yan.
Why am I having such a hard time? No, John Jones. So John Jones put like a tweet, something on Twitter, like on March something or whatever. He said, "Daddy comes home."
Oh yeah.
And then Ngannou responded to his tweet with like the crying emoji. He's like, "Daddy?" Question mark? Question mark? Like something like there's already a daddy in this division or something. It was interesting.
What
Man.
is he saying he's coming home to the heavyweight division?
That's how I read it. That's how I understood it.
All right, I don't know. I don't think that's a smart move, personally, man.
You don't think so, huh?
John Jones.
Yeah.
No, I mean, I think you can move up to heavyweight and fight a lot of people and probably win. But I don't think it's a good idea he'd fight Francis.
I think him versus Stipe would be interesting.
Yeah, that would be interesting. That would be very interesting.
I think Francis is a little too strong, and for a heavyweight, he's quick. He's got quick hands.
Yeah, he is. Yeah.
Yeah. Interesting. Yeah, man, I like the card, man. This is a good card. Even Tyrone versus Vicente is going to be nice. Of course, as you said, there's a lot on the line for Tyrone. So if he loses, it's probably all she wrote, you know?
Yeah.
It's going to be an interesting card, man. It's going to be an interesting card. So when are we we got any guests lined up, buddy?
Let's line some up, man.
Okay.
This week. Let's line some up this week. Let's see what we got. So when's the this coming weekend? Is that the ESPN Plus free fights? If you have ESPN Plus.
Yep.
Okay. Can you pull that back up real quick?
Yes, sir. I sure can. And random for you, the Snyder cut of the Batman, Superman, whatever the heck it was called. That should be coming out in a couple of days.
But that's the 18th, right?
Yeah, the 18th. So
it's like a 3.5 hour movie, right? It's outrageous. You're gonna need a bathroom intervention for that movie or intermission. Now, I'm gonna see it for sure.
Yeah. This is a free fight.
So okay, yeah, man. We'll just get on a guest to talk about these, and obviously, since that's this coming weekend. But Kevin Holland, man, I don't know. You a fan? Do you like Kevin Holland?
He's good. He's good, man.
He is good, but so is Brunson, man. I feel like Brunson's more polished. It's a great wrestler, but Holland, I don't know, man. I feel almost like he shouldn't be doing as well as he's doing because he seems a little reckless. He doesn't seem like he has one particular aspect of MMA that's just like a strong base. You know what I mean?
Where does Brunson fight out of? Where does Brunson fight out of? Do you know what gym?
No, I don't remember. I'm sure I've heard, in the past, but I forgot. I don't know.
Let me see. I feel like he might be. Is he out of Texas?
I think he might be from Fortis, man.
That's what I was just thinking. I think he fights out of Fortis, but I could be wrong. Does he fight out of Fortis? Probably not. I know Uriah Hall is in Fortis. Okay, I might be.
Yeah, maybe that's who I'm thinking of.
Yeah, it's gonna be interesting, my brother. So we got the UFC. It's been picking up their game, man. They always got some good fights. It seems like every week or every other week at least now. So
they got so many fighters,
Yeah, it's changed a lot for the UFC.
So many fighters, man. I still want to hear a couple of things. I mean, there's just so many great fighters and fighters that I'm a big fan of. I want to hear when Chandler's going to have another fight. That's going to be really interesting considering what his first fight looked at. I want to see if they're going to set a date for McGregor versus Poirier, and I want to see that just to see if McGregor has an answer for that, and if Poirier can do it back to back. It's over. There ain't no talking about anything between those two anymore. So I'm a big fan of both. I want to see that. But there's so many.
Well, let's look forward to it, man. We'll jump off line so we can line up these guests. It's gonna have to call today's show early. We got some soccer practice going on. So, as always, man, it's a pleasure to have you on. And next week we'll be back, and we'll hopefully have a guest on.
Yeah, we can get. I'm sure. I know it's a couple people, but I wonder if we can review any fights as well.
I think we can. Yeah.
Okay. Because whatever you're doing, you're getting on there and you're pulling stuff up. So you're more computer savvy than me. You know how to do that. So maybe we'll do that, and so start getting this better and more polished, better and better.
As long as the fights are not protected and they're like it's open source, it's available.
Well, you can get them on YouTube, right? I think.
Yeah. As long as it's not like an elite someone who downloaded it and uploaded. I mean, I mean, as long as it's like a publicly available fight on YouTube, I think we can do that.
Yeah, yeah. You don't want Dana White coming after you.
I don't
right?
want Uncle
Nice.
Dana to come after us, man.
No, me neither.
I
All
order
right,
my
then.
pay-per-views, Dana. All right, man.
I'll talk to you. I'll talk to you later this week, I'm sure.
Yes, sir. All right, guys. Thank you for tuning in, and we'll see you guys.